My name is Paul Strauch, and I was born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I had the special luxury of being introduced to surfing by my father, who was also a surfer. Waikiki has a very special place in my heart, always will have it. It's a fun place. Coming to California and spending time actually moving here, I found that San Onofre, which is now recognized as a California state park, San Onofre State Park, has the same feeling and vibe that Waikiki has. And the reason is the surf. I mean, the surf is gentle, typically. I mean, you know, right now behind me, you may hear the water breaking on the rock beach and the rolling rocks, and you may not see much whitewater, but believe me, it does get very large here. And there are several breaks here in San Onofre, and my preference is Four Doors or the Point. Right in front of me, just a little bit going north, is a building with four doors. Surfers are very minimalistic. A lot of times they don't give much thought to it. So if you're surfing in the area and there's a building in front of you as you ride towards the beach and you look at it as four doors, it's probably going to be called Four Doors. It's pretty hard to believe that I've caught waves here that have been well over 15 feet straight out behind me. They break all the way across this whole section here. If it's a south swell, it'll break out here behind me on my right. And then if it's a northwest swell during the winter months, it'll break out here and go from there across the back. In most cases, surfers don't have, you can't go to get a guidebook to tell you all of this. You have to rely on those who have already traversed the path before you. I first started coming to San Onofre in the early 1960s. Friends of mine from Hawaii who had surfed and moved here for work, and the Hawaiian Surf Club was formed in and around 1960 at San Onofre, right behind me. And they would come down on the weekends and bring food down here just like they would in Hawaii, and they'd cook on the beach, and they wanted to share the lowest spirits, so anybody who was nearby, they would go out and invite them to come and have and share lunch with them. And so this whole spirit of aloha, which started in Waikiki, was brought to California, not for the first time by the Hawaiians that started the Hawaiian Surf Club, but it was expanded by them. And now the Hawaiian Surf Club has quite a prominence here in San Onofre. The oldest club is the San Onofre Surf Club, and they have an annual contest here, and it's all about primarily the children, the kids, and they get out these little gremmies that, you know, can barely walk, and they've got little pontoons on their arms and everything, and the parents, of course, are very careful with them, but they just love it. And so that's where the progression usually starts in surfing. You know, the Hawaiian Surf Club does the same thing, but their preoccupation is waves are secondary to the food that's being served here. I have a lot of memories about the beach here at San Onofre and the waves breaking behind me. I think one of the most important one to me as a surfer are the waves. That's why the basic reason why I come here. There's a lot of history with the Hawaiian Surf Club and a lot of friends that I've made in the process of surfing in California, but the principal reason why I come here is because of the surf. Traditions are made because of the importance of the people and the location, and I think the tradition here has been most important to me has been the spreading of the aloha spirit from Hawaii and being generous in your in sharing not only your time, first of all, with words of encouragement in the water. San Onofre has been looked at as being a moment in time that hasn't gone forward or backward. It's still maintained itself with that historic quality. There's no road, just a dirt road, but it has a history here. It has an ambiance. It has a flavor, and all of those ingredients come together, you know, to draw people back over and over and over again. And I think that's the real important thing. Another important factor is, you know, spreading aloha by sharing food, camaraderie, smiles, and it comes back to you in spades. I'm 75 years old, and so I still surf. I'm lucky to have the muscle tone and the ability to still ride waves, and I hope that continues. But it's the ambiance and the culture and the history. Other than that, it's been left just like it has been over all these years. The birds are here. In closing, I'd like to just say something that's very dear to my heart. Surfing has given me the privilege of enjoying life to the maximum, making great friendships, enjoying great waves and nature, and learning to be gentle in spirit and friendly, to everybody that I have a chance to meet in the water and come to know. And so, in passing, I'd like to suggest that people give thought. If you're watching this statement that I'm making, I hope that you will consider it and look at it a little differently. It's not about how many waves you catch. It's about enjoying and encouraging others to have a great time as you are. And it's all a part of one big family. And so it's all goes back down to the reason that surfing came from Hawaii, as far as I'm concerned, because it all has to do with aloha. Aloha means, from here to you, and so that's the same thing that I'd like to leave in the mind and heart of everybody watching this film, is to understand that the ocean belongs to everyone. No one owns it, but you can have a wonderful time sharing it with everybody. And so that's the part that means and has left such an indelible print on my mind and heart.